What's up, everybody? It's JJ here from the Frozen North podcast. This is not going to be a regular episode. Actually, this is going to be the long overdue and promised for a while video game book club. Mark is actually sitting here with me right now.
Howdy,
hi, Mark.
Howdy, y'all.
See, it's a lot more tame. We're a lot more.
Well, they already heard me scream it earlier in the episode.
True enough. Although I'm also going to be releasing this by itself.
Well, they lost. They missed out.
So
do one.
they have
scream.
heard you do it before.
You want me to do it?
Do it.
Howdy, y'all!
There it is.
Ouch,
There-
that is
see?
worse in person.
He's standing up, so it's like it actually he's able to.
I think that's the loudest
from the
I've done it.
diaphragm. That's impressive. That was good. So the main reason we haven't been able to do the video game book club so far, which officially is what we're going to call it, the VGBC, is because we've been waiting for the freaking game to come out. They've been promising that Final Fantasy IX is going to be coming out at the beginning of this year, and promising, and finally it came out. Hey,
Whoa.
it's here. So
Before Christ.
this
right?
is basically going to be 100%. This is basically going to be just a quick rundown of how the show is going to work, and how we're going to be playing through this game. If we do any games in the future, it depends on the feedback we get and how it all pans out. But we love this game so much that we just want.
If we don't do it in the future, it's your fault.
yes, 100%.
You, the listener.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mark
so
is
you
just-
better get on it, listener. 5 stars.
So basically what's going to happen is we are going to play through about half the game, and I want to make this clear so everybody knows where to stop. The Black Mage Village, when you get there. If you've never played the game, you'll know it when you get there.
Black Mage
Just
Village,
the
okay.
Black Mage Village. That's where you want to stop. That's where we are going to stop.
When you get there, or when you're done with the first scene there?
I would say when you get there.
Okay.
Just right when you get there. You'll get into the village and then find a save point, save it, boom, turn it off. I mean, you can play more if you want to. It's not going to do anything, but we're not going to talk about anything beyond that.
That's cheating. You get an F if you do that.
So 1 month from now, we're recording this on May 1st. Hopefully I can have this out tonight. But 1 month from now, so what, June 4th?
June 4th.
4th or 5th is when we're going to be recording the actual first official episode of this, where we talk about the beginning of the game all the way up to there. And that's pretty much going to be it. We're going to hopefully go over some characters. We're going to go over the story and what we think about it, battle system, just kind of rip this game apart in a good way because it's fantastic. So what I'd like to do right now, though, because there's a couple of voices that you just heard that you may not recognize unless you listen to Mark's show on a regular basis as well. The Fool's Lantern, go check it out.
Woo.
Good.
It's okay.
First, as I said, to my right is Mark. Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit about your history with Final Fantasy IX?
Man, let me tell you.
Wow.
I don't even know what to do now.
I just told you what to do.
Final Fantasy IX, as most people know, is the third 3D iteration of the Final Fantasy series, and probably the first one in the series that went back to the roots of what Final Fantasy always was. So it'll hold a dear place. Well, probably the only 3D Final Fantasy that has any of those roots in it, really.
Well, the founder, the father of the series, Hironobu Sakaguchi, has said this is his favorite in the entire series.
Yeah.
This was
And
his
it
basically
should
Final
be.
Fantasy swan song.
Because I feel like all of the other ones since then have sort of gone the Final Fantasy VIII route
Yeah.
with that weird
Not necessarily
realism.
bad, but very, very different from
Yeah.
what made the other Final Fantasies Final Fantasy.
Exactly. This one is just, it's storybook-esque. And I remember it was
very fairy tale-ish.
probably one of the last games I bought for the PlayStation, and it was a great way to go out. But it's been a long time since I've played it, so I'm super excited.
Definitely. Cool. Glad to have you aboard, sir. Always a pleasure.
That plays for radio, right?
That's
Yep.
weird.
07.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And sitting across from me and to my left is Shanna.
Well,
You're
Okay,
to my
I-
left.
He went out of order.
I'm confused.
Why? Because normally I go like this,
This,
but I figured I'd
oh,
introduce
that's
him
fine.
first. So,
No worries. I'm here. I'm ready to make all your listeners extremely pissed off because I've never played a Final Fantasy game. So I don't have any nostalgia factor going into this. This is going to be totally brand new for me.
I think that's good, though. I think it's
Be
great.
ready for some controversial opinions, I'm sure. The only Final Fantasy game I've ever played is 10-2, and I hated it and stopped playing it.
Everyone hates it.
You know what?
Playing.
Go ahead and compare this game to that one.
Okay. All right. I'll keep Final Fantasy 10-2 in my head. while I'm playing Final Fantasy IX.
And just think to yourself, what can I do for you?
Yes. So I'm excited. Hopefully I don't say anything too stupid or ignorant about Final Fantasy while we're reviewing, but that's what I'm here for.
And we're just talking about the game.
Yeah,
So
cool.
Glad to have you aboard.
Yes.
And saving the best for last.
Oh, yay.
Aw.
See how I fixed that? See?
Nice.
Tank.
Hi, I'm Tank. Yeah, I've played, I think, every Final Fantasy, except the MMOs. I've not played those. And 13, because why bother?
Yeah, agreed.
But Final Fantasy IX is absolutely my favorite of the entire lot. Like you said, like Sakaguchi said, like it's all of the ideas are distilled perfectly. Like the character classes, the ability system, the world, the feel of it, the plot of the story it's a perfect balance of character and political and big picture stuff. It's very well done from beginning to end. It's got amazing high points, amazing low points. I love it.
There
So
really
happy
is
to play it
something for
again.
everybody in that game,
Yeah.
too. 100%. And
Even the mini games are good.
yeah, absolutely. Although I will confess, I never did get too deep into the Chocobo Hot and Cold, whatever it is.
I did all of that.
Are you guys going to get all the best prize you can get from jump roping?
I never did that one.
I think I've gotten 100 once.
The timing stays the same, right? It's just like
It goes a little bit quicker, but then eventually it plateaus.
so I was going to say
if I
like if
remember
you could get like
correctly.
an auto clicker or something just to be like just hit it
Yeah.
at the right time.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the lightning mini game in Final Fantasy X. I did that once. I dodged 200 lightning bolts in a row,
Whoa.
and I never,
Oh, boy.
I never want that.
I'm playing
in
through
my
10
body
right
again.
now again, and I'm just... Because now they have trophies in there, so I'm
Right.
like, oh, I got to do the
Right?
trophies. So
But it feels harder on the PS4 version
Oh, great.
because I think there's like the HD TV lag plus wireless controller lag. So like
I'm
it
looking
makes it
forward to this
amazing.
even
it's
more now.
that much more precise. So
Ugh.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and glad to have you aboard, Tank. As
to
for
be
me,
here.
I mean, you've heard the episode where we did our top 5 games, and this one sneaked on there. Knocked down 7, actually. I love this game, hands down. I've got the nostalgia factor 100%. And the funny thing is, I didn't even know this game had come out when it came out, because it was, right after Final Fantasy VIII, and got mixed reactions on that game. I liked it, but a lot of people didn't. And so there really wasn't as much coverage and as much news pushing this one out. So I saw it in a store one day, and I was like, holy crap, when did the 9th one come out? Because, I'd been a fan for a long time. Played it, and I know the moment that I got hooked. It was the opening scene in the forest, the petrified forest. That whole sequence at the end of it. I'm not going to spoil anything, but like the whole movie scene,
Yeah.
when you're leaving it, I was like, wow, this is far above and beyond anything I've seen so
And
far.
that's like what 35 minutes into the game,
Yep.
just
Yeah.
taking the lid off.
It was just unbelievable. So yeah, needless to say, we're all really excited to try this out, and I'm excited to hear what Shanna has to say.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I'm excited to see it. I don't know. Maybe it'll hold up. Maybe nostalgia has no factor in how good it is, but we'll see.
Also, I played the first like hour or so a couple months ago, right when we first started talking about this, because it was like, oh, I need to play that again now. And it's still like I'm definitely sensitive to games not holding up well and not aging, and this still I get sucked right back into it.
Awesome. I'm excited
definitely.
then.
Another big reason we picked this game is because it's so accessible at this point. Like we said, it finally released on Steam, so you can play it on your PC, you can play it on your PS3, you can play it on your PS1, you can play it on your Vita, PSP, all that stuff. So it's really, really not tough to get a hold of. And if you're somebody like Mark who has played through it and run the gauntlet and beat it on its
Android,
own,
too.
And hates
oh, and it's on Android.
Challenge.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
wants
you know,
to just relax while he's
just
playing
wants
the
to
game.
roll through and enjoy the story. The Steam version has a bunch of new features that allow for max damage with every hit and turning off random encounters and
Speed mode.
So it's you'll have a bit of an easier time right there. I'm probably just gonna play it on my Vita and just enjoy because even if I played it on Steam, I wouldn't have all that stuff on, just because I love this game so much, and I love the combat. I love grinding and stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. But like I said, play up to the Black Mage Village. That's when we're gonna start. That's gonna be our first episode. And it's gonna be recorded. It's gonna be on iTunes. So if you don't get there when we get there, don't listen to the episode yet.
Yeah.
Just finish it and then listen to it.
Just favorite it, like 5-star, give a good comment on it.
Exactly.
And then just
Exactly.
listen to it whenever you want.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then afterwards, a month later, we will go ahead and do the second part of the game. So we'll talk about that then as well. So anybody else have anything else? This is going to be short and sweet. So I just kind of wanted to get everybody introduced and let everybody know that we're starting. So.
Well, this is the first time I've been on this podcast sober, so that's kind of a nice experience for me. I've been on a few side quests that have been a little bit sloppy.
Nobody could tell.
Sure, that's true. But anywho, I'm excited.
Amazing. All right. Well, with that, thank you for tuning in, and we definitely look forward to playing the game and hope you will play along with us. My name is JJ.
My name's Mark.
Shanna's here.
And I'm Tank.
All right. We'll see you then.